Good morning, paleo keepers, and welcome back to Newa Park. Today I'm going to be making an enclosure for the Smilodon, and now the thing I want to be making, the main part of it really, is going to be like this. My idea behind it is like almost like a viewing gallery kind of like pit arena style thing. It's going to be a semicircle, that's what I know much, and then the food's going to go in the middle. My original plan was to do something for like a T-Rex, do something like this, but I decided we've already got one big theropod, that being the Spinosaurus in this zoo. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to leave the T-Rex out of this, and we're going to have Smilodon, because we don't have any predatory mammals in the game, well, not in the game, but in my build yet of Newa Park. So I thought, you know what, we'll make this different. We'll make it have like, you know, just a nice, interesting, like arena kind of vibe. And it took me a while to mess around with the way I wanted it to look. I do a fair bit off camera to try and like save time, because yeah, it can take a while. I think I've been doing this now for like nearly 2 hours making this enclosure, not this particular building, but I spent about 2 hours making the whole lot, just messing around with different things. I do make a cat house for them as well, which I kind of do. Yeah, I haven't completed it yet. I'm going to add bits to it a bit later on, like lights, extra gates, things like this. I just kind of ran out of time because it's been a hectic week for me, so I haven't had all the time in the world to complete what I usually do. So I'm a little bit behind, as I'd usually have done this on probably made it on the Friday, but it's literally Saturday night, the day before I put the video out. So yeah, it kind of a bit behind, let's say. But anyways, getting back to it, this is the cat house. My inspiration behind this style of building is pretty much the old Blackpool Zoo, like big cat house where they store the lions and tigers, and I really do like that kind of design. It's very like an old school cat house. Obviously they've got new buildings now which are massively updated and really cool to look at, and honestly it's just one of my favourite ways of making like big cat houses, especially for the Smilodon and the like the cave lions in the game, because I feel like it's a very secure building the way you can do it, and I dull it down a wee bit compared to what I usually do, but like I said, I'm going to go back to it, add lights, add the gate systems in there, so then they get closed off in certain areas, especially when they're trying to like clean the enclosure. I use my like bog standard cat bed that I made, I think when I first played this game. I think the first thing I did, or at least second thing I did, was make an enclosure for a Smilodon, and I really wanted that raised cat bed, because you know, you usually do raised beds for your big cats to sleep on. So I thought, yeah, I'm definitely going to translate that into the game. As well, we have this outdoor area that they can also get locked in from the rest of the enclosure, again to do with cleaning, maybe going around adding enrichment and food. We also made it so that the staff gates in the building, so that they can actually enter the enclosure if I wanted to add like the staff route thing. I probably will go back to this and add it to the workshop in a future, especially when it's completed. So then if you want to add this build to, let's say, a challenge mode, then you can do, because obviously there's a working gate system for the staff to get in. And yeah, honestly, I had good fun making this. I really did enjoy it. Now, kind of thinking about that, I've actually done all this like anti-climb stuff to the this little framework here. I should probably go back to the actual fence and do something similar with it being wood. I'm pretty sure that these big cats would be able to climb out and over the fence, so I will probably go back again and add more of this structure to the rest of the wooden fence. Now the question is, would I make it metal, or would I make it so it's wood with the wire going through? I haven't yet decided yet. But again, it's just a nice little feature, and like I said, I've run a bit out of time. I've been very short on time recently, and the best thing about building on these games is you don't have to complete it straight away. You can do a fair bit, come back to it, and then like add more things, improve items, and that's something I love about like playing in sandbox. You don't have to worry. You can just sort of mess around and chill, take your time with things. You don't have to completely have it like nailed straight at the get-go. You can always come back to these things and like change it the way you want to. And yeah, that's what I love about these games. Anyways, I go around adding like viewing galleries into the actual gallery arena area. I'm not too sure what I really want to call it. I'll probably just stick with viewing gallery, to be honest. Added in the sabers there, so then we could actually have the information signs on the ends of this like arena viewing gallery thing. And the main reason why adding the binoculars in there, so guests will actually go up there to go and see them. And then I just go around adding like loads of wood, little bits of rock, loads of plants, just to fill it out, make it difficult to see them straight away, have a bit of hiding. The main reason why the food's in the middle of the viewing gallery is so that it drags the sabers into actually eating there, and the guests get a perfect view. Something you probably really want, especially when doing like when you go and see actual big cat shows, when they're doing the feeding times. It's in areas where the majority of guests would be able to see them. Anyways, I'm going to bring this to a wrap. I hope you've enjoyed this and it's given you some inspiration. Let me know in the comments below, would this be something you do for your Smilodons, or would you have done something different? Anyways, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.